Well, obviously, little Sherlock is wanting something. I think he knows that it is feeding time. And I've cut down the number of feedings per day of formula, but I give him more quantity of formula than I have been. And in between, I give him some of the solid food so we can try to get him weaned. So it's been about 5 hours since his last formula feeding and about 2 hours since his last little bit of solid food. I guess he's hungry. I can't imagine what else it is. Unless he has to poop. That's always a possibility. Although he pooped all over Katie's shirt this morning, so I suspect that that's not exactly what he wants. Well, let's see if we can see what's going on here with little buddy. Hi, little fella. How are you? What do you want? You want to come out? I think you want to come out. Maybe you want to see him. Oh, I think he wants to see his mother. That's what it is. Yes, Apple, it's okay. He'll be fine. Well, let's see if we can move him to a spot where he'll be more comfortable. Well, he's still crying, so I imagine he is hungry. But maybe he did want his mother. All you wanted was a drink? Come on. But I thought I would come in here and join our little friend and answer actually a question, even though this is not Ask the Breeder. One of our viewers named Jan had a very good question this morning, so I thought I would be able to answer that. And she was asking about the fact that I've got the woolly covering all this area in the pen, and over in this area, which now has a towel on it, you'll see, that's where the metal grating underneath is exposed. And under the metal grating, there is newspaper, so that when he learns to pee and poop, the stuff will go right through the grate, and it will, hello, oh, you're so cute, I love you very much. And it'll be out of the way, so he doesn't have to be walking in his own waste matter, which, of course, puppies don't want to do. This is actually, believe it or not, the very, very first step in housebreaking. Housebreaking, if you use crate training, is based on the fact that dogs naturally do not want to sleep where they do their business. I think people don't want to do that either, truthfully. So we take advantage of that fact. Now, he is still a little bit too young to use the metal grating, which is why I put a towel on it. You have to be careful, because if the puppy is too young, you don't want them to get their foot stuck in between those little metal grates, which I don't think he would, but it's kind of close. But if I just put him there for a moment, you'll see that he has a hard time moving. He can move, but not all that well. And he could get stuck. You'll notice as he tries to move those rear legs, they just slide. If we put him this way, then he can push against the metal and he can make his way. So what we would hope would happen in the near future is that he will go onto the metal grate. You know, when he wakes up, he doesn't want to stay over here where he sleeps. He'll want to come away from it. He may do a little peeing and pooping in this area at first, but then he's going to come all the way over to the metal grating, and he'll do his business there. And when that starts to happen, as he gets a little bit more developed and can walk better, we will push back the woolly so that there's less woolly and more of the metal grate surface where he can do his peeing and pooping. And then there are various stages that come after that. Then what I'll do is when I get up in the morning and it's the first time I see him for the day, if he's sleeping, I will lift him off of his place where he's sleeping and put him over here. He will naturally want to pee, and so we will kind of get him accustomed to it at that point. And then after he's about maybe 5.5, 6 weeks old, we will start taking him outside for brief periods of time, right after he takes a nap, so that we will be able to get him accustomed to doing his business outside. And it grows from there, right? You're such a good boy. But I think he wants to eat. I'm going to still leave this towel here for a little bit longer because he's not quite, maybe he's a couple of days away from using that metal grate area to walk on. So we'll give him something with some traction so that if he does wander over this way, he'll be able to get back to where he needs to be. So I really think he's hungry. I'm going to mix up a batch of formula for him and get it warmed up, and we'll feed him, and his little tummy will be full. Apple, in the meantime, is very concerned in making sure that her little boy is okay. So that's it for today.